Greetings and welcome to this week's golf betting show. Steve Pampley from Golf Betting System, as always. A packed show. If you want to subscribe, golf betting tips each and every week. PGA Tour, European Tour. Press the subscribe button below the screen. We're growing each and every week. On top of that, two cracking events this week. WGC Dell Technologies match play being played in Austin, Texas. We've also got the Puerto Rico Open, an alternate event on the PGA Tour. So yes, if you want to make any comments, likes, I always like a like on these videos. Clearly press the details below the screen here. WGC Dell, it's not world match play, but match play. Like it or loathe it, it comes around every year. Paul Williams has had some success, our European Tour expert on this event. I'll take you through his tips in a little while. Each way betting on that is across the board. It's really simple. It's a quarter the odds, and you've got to get a semi-finalist to score a return. Okay, over on the Puerto Rico Open, have to say with the match play, Sky Bet got some very good prices this week. Sky Bet, they're doing their bet 5 get 20 offer with us here at Golf Betting System. Just click on any of the ads. I'll put the link below on the screen as well. A link through to the the bookmaker page. On top of that, in Puerto Rico, Coral. I keep barking on about Coral each and every week. You can open up an account via the link below the screen here or at Golf Betting System. Bet 5 get 20 in free bets. But they're the only bookmaker going 7 places each way at the Puerto Rico Open. Paddy Power 6 places. Pretty much the rest are all 5. So Coral really are going hard at golf at the moment, and they're offering value, 7 places at 50 odds. Okay, let's start with the WGC event. Dell Technologies match play. I'll take you through Paul Williams's published predictor, golfbettingsystem.co.uk. You can come and build your own predictor models across both the World Match Play and also the Puerto Rico Open. Top 10. So this is what Paul put in his variables, and this is what's been, this is what's come out the other side. Gary Woodland, 80 to 1 with Betfred at 10. He's got a nasty draw though. Got McIlroy in his group. 9 is Paul Casey, 40 to 1 with Bet Victor. 8 is Martin Keimer. The German is available 80 to 1 with Sky Bet. 7 is Louis Oosthuizen, who went so well here last year. 55 to 1 with Bet365. He's turned into a bit of a match play expert the last couple of years in this. 6 is Jordan Spieth at 12 to 1 with Betfred. Top 5, defending champion Jason Day at 16 to 1 with Bet365. 16 to 1. I cannot remember the last time. 4, Matt Kuchar, 50 to 1 with Sky Bet. 3, Sergio Garcia, 30 to 1 with Sky Bet. 2 is Dustin Johnson, 10 to 1 with Betfair Sportsbook for the world number 1. And number 1 is Rory McIlroy, who looked absolutely fantastic last Sunday. The way he was dialed in with those wedges in his hand, it was fun to watch. Still making he's typical McIlroy, isn't it? Before he gets his win, making mistakes, not putting great. You know, not too many bogeys, but he's close, very close. 15 to 2 with Sky Bet. This format is sure to suit. So McIlroy, Dustin Johnson, and Sergio Garcia. Let's take you through to Paul's actual betting preview, a really well thought through, detailed piece. He's coming out with his usual strategy, which is effectively pick a player from each quarter. There's no point, he thinks, in doubling up players in individual quarters because effectively you're kind of cannibalising your own bets. This is an interesting angle. 2016 Jason Day won here 14 to 1. McIlroy was 11 to 1 in 15. Jason Day was 20 to 1 in 14. Kuchar was 35s in 13. Mayhem was 50s in 2012. Donald 35s and Ian Poulter 28 to 1. big prices. No one above 50 to 1 has won this golf tournament. So that takes away 2/3 of the field. I know this is pretty basic stuff, but those odds do tell a story. Austin, it's a really good golf course. People were really into this golf course last year. Austin Country Club. It dates back to 1899. Totally irrelevant. What is relevant is a Pete Dye design. It's fairly tough. It's only 7,108 yards, and you think, oh, well, they'll take that apart. And yes, it's set up for match play. But par 5s, 590, 578, 565. Does help if you've got a little bit of length there, because you can be going in with some short irons. The 6th, the 12th, and the 16th are those par 5s. There are also, though, 3 sub-400 yard par 4s, the 5th, the 13th, the 18th. So, I think greens in regulation round it was very, very important last time they came here. And Jason Day just blew the rest away, didn't he? Harbour Town, TPC Louisiana, TPC Sawgrass, Whistling Straits. They're the main Pete Dye designs. If you're looking for players with a Pete Dye speciality. The greens are Tiff Eagle Bermuda grass. So think last week at Bay Hill. Think the week before that at Copperhead. Think PGA National. So there's a bit of consistency there. The weather looks like it could be a complete nightmare. This could be one of these tournaments that's affected. Lots of wind forecast. And don't forget, it starts on Wednesday. So I released this on Tuesday. Tomorrow this tournament starts. You've got to be quick. There's also threats of thunderstorms. So it could be one of these tournaments that actually gets some kind of weather delays. But because it's match play, you'd have thought they can deal with all that. So Paul is going for the following 4 players. 4 players across the 4 quarters. Patrick Reed, 1 1/4 points each way. They're all going to be 1 1/4 points each way. 45 to 1 with Stan James. He's in a quarter that Paul thinks he should get out of. His group, you can see Kevin Kisner being his main opposition and being his main opposition in his group. But Jason Duffner isn't likely to put up a lot of fight, and Brooks Koepka is playing awful stuff right now. If he does get out of that group, and Paul's confident he will, you then go into the knockout situation, the last 16, and he would be playing in there someone of the likes of Alex Naren, Francesco Molinari, who does like his Tiff Eagle, Bernd Wiesberger, Tong Chai Jai-D. Nothing to be scared of then. That gets him through to the quarterfinals. 1 match away at that point from a semi-final place and a 45 to 1 each way return. So Patrick Reed, 1 1/4 points each way at 45 to 1. I'm having to simplify Paul's piece here. It's very detailed. It's really, really useful. So golf betting system. Just type that into a search engine of your choice. Golf betting tips. Dell World Match Play Tips. You'll find us. Next up, we're going from that corner around to that. Anyway, let's not go down there. Rory McIlroy, 3 points to win at 15 to 2. Do I need to say any more about Rory McIlroy? Probably not. A group that includes Emiliano. I can never say that. Emiliano Grillo. Gary Woodland is his opening opponent, who got to the final here 2 years ago. Not here, it was up in San Francisco, but he lost to McIlroy. And Soren Kjeldsen in the group stages. He would then play the winner of the group of Grace, Snedeker, McGirt, Andy Sullivan. None of that scaring the living daylights out of you. And then from the other side of the draw in that quarter, Tyrrell Hatton, Rafa Cabrera Bello, or potentially Sergio Garcia or John Rahm. Now, wouldn't we love to, and I'm not sure Paul will agree, but if John Rahm does go through that, there's going to be John Rahm and Sergio Garcia in the same group is going to be fascinating. But John Rahm, Rambo against Rory McIlroy in a quarter-final, that really does tickle the taste buds. Next up, Justin Thomas, 1 1/4 points each way, 35 to 1 with Betfred. So of course, I said at the start of the show it was all 1 1/4 points. It isn't. Patrick Reed is 1 1/4 points. Rory McIlroy is 3 points to win. Justin Thomas is 1 1/4 points each way at 35 to 1. And then we've got a longer shot in the final group. Justin Thomas played some great stuff this year. He's a bomber. He's aggressive. Goes down the route here of Jason Day last year, doesn't it? And what Paul likes about him this time is he lost 3 of his 3 matches last year, but his draw looks great. He's in a group with Fitzpatrick, Nar and Wood, and they're then due to meet one of Danny Willett, Russell Knox, Bill Hass or KT Kim. So you could see Thomas both getting out of his group and getting through to the quarterfinals. So Justin Thomas at 35-1 seems to be a good value punt. And finally, this area of the actual draw looks absolutely loaded. But Paul is going a point each way, 55-1 with Betfred on the Belgian bomber, Thomas Peters, who played so well at the Ryder Cup. Hit and miss, missed the cut for me last week. But for me, he doesn't like technical scoring. He doesn't like anything that's technical. He likes stuff where it's attacking golf and relatively low scores can get the job done. So match play with his power, his brutality, could be absolutely perfect. So Peters, a point each way, 55s with Betfred. Thomas, 1.25 points each way, 35-1 with Betfred. Rory McIlroy, 3 points to win at 15-2 with Betfred. And Patrick Reed, 1.25 points each way at 45-1 with Stan James. That's the World Match Play golf betting system. To come and read Paul's full and frank betting preview. Quickly across to Puerto Rico, top 10. 10, Greg Owen, 125-1 with Coral, 7 each way. 9, Chris Stroud, 125-1 with 365. 8 is Matt Jones, 33-1 with Stan James. 7 is perennial placeman, and he has one here as well, Scott Brown, 33-1 with Paddy Power, 6 each way. That's a good price for Brown. 6 is Robert Garrigus, 80-1 with Stan James. Top 5, Danny Lee, 33-1 with Coral, 7 places each way. 4 is Graham McDowell. McDowell is available at 20-1 with Coral, 7 places each way. 3, Chris Kirk, 35-1 with Paddy Power, 6 places each way. 2, Graham Dillette, 20-1 with Bet Victor. Number 1, Luke List, 25-1 with Coral, 7 places each way. I like Puerto Rico. I think it's a great tournament to bet on. I like the field this week. Wesley Bryan, Graham Dillette, Andrew Johnston, Chris Kirk, Graham McDowell, Torbjorn Olsen, who came close for me. I can't go for non-members, non-PGA Tour members at this tournament. I can't really in general, because whenever I do it, like George Coatsey last year, they were a disaster. But Olsen, he's one of those, he'll never show anything, but he loves playing by the sea, and this is going to be a scoring event. Ian Poulter, Fabrizio Zanotti. It's a decent field, it has to be said. It's a shame Tony Finau does not defend. He's the alternate in Texas, so you can kind of see why he's not. But Cocoa Beach, it's a pretty stock par 72 down in Rio Grande, Puerto Rico. 7,506 yards, par 72. This golf course always plays as hard as 2 things, which is pretty much the case everywhere. But if it's soft, it's extremely gettable, and it's all down to the strength of the wind. The wind strength from the forecast I've seen, it's a pretty standard northeast easterly kind of wind that they always get here, but it looks a notch down on previous years. So I think where we've had up to 20 under winning this, I think they've made the tougher over recent years. There is an element of rough, 2.5 inches. They're paspalum greens. But I think where we had, I think it was 12 under last year, and Checker won at 7 under, and that was nasty stuff. For me, I think 15, 14, 15, 16 under is going to get the job done. So look for scorers. It's a beast of a golf course, but it's gettable. I'm going for the following players. Luke List, the predictor number 1, 1.5 points each way, 28-1 with Sky Bet. Danny Lee, 1.5 points each way, 35-1 with Bet365. JJ Spawn, 1.5 points each way, 40-1 with Coral. I'm also going Harold Varner III, a point each way, 66-1 with Coral. And finally, Jonas Blixt. Yes, Jonas Blixt, half a point each way, 100-1 with Bet Victor. So Blixt, Varner III, JJ Spawn, Danny Lee, who's done well here in the past, he's finished 2nd here, and Luke List. Those are my 5 for the Puerto Rico Open golf betting system, golf betting tips. whatever you want to search for, Puerto Rico Open tips, you'll find us on Google for my full betting preview. Thanks for watching. See you again next week. And if you're interested in Coral, of course, if you're interested in Sky Bet, I'll put the links through to their new customer pages below. Thanks.